Well, good morning, fans back there in Richmond, Virginia area, and wherever else you're watching this morning from. It's a great day at the ballpark. Going to be another blistering day. Highs today are broadcast to be for a high of 100 degrees. We are set to begin here in about 15 minutes. We will be playing in semifinal number 7 today. Which means the winner advances to play the winner of semifinal 3, which I believe is the Aruba team, and then the loser will go into the consolation bracket and play the loser of the Aruba game, which I believe was Sparta, Illinois. Anyway, it looks to be a great game today. The boys are awake and ready to go. Looking to rebound from a very difficult and challenging loss last night, but nonetheless, spirits are high. Looking forward to a very competitive game. This Indiana team is a pretty interesting team. Played their opening game against the Dominican Republic team and played very well against that team. And then has struggled and lost a couple of games in pool play and ended pool play with a record of 2-2. And they were the 4th seeded team in the Group C pool. So the CBC All-Stars finished with a record of 3-1 in pool play B, which was good enough for second place in that pool. And we look forward to having a great game today. I thank all of you guys for tolerating the commercials that have popped in and out throughout. Again, sorry if you missed one of your kids' at bats, but do recognize that the games are being saved there on that Ustream channel. You can go back and watch them there. Again, I do believe there are commercials in that, but hopefully it will allow you to see maybe some missed at bats there. Looking for a great game today, so I hope you guys are ready there at home. There was a random order selected for today's home and visitors. Today, CBC All-Stars will be visitors in this semifinal game. So we will be at bat first. Our batting order has stayed pretty consistent throughout the tournament. So our batting order will be as follows. Matthew Hartsfield leading off. Braden Shores will bat second. Kason Chambers will bat third. Batting cleanup will be Mr. Grayson Morris. Jackson Bunn will bat fifth. Brett Lipscomb will bat 6th, Zevin Wilkinson will bat 7th, Trey Wallace will bat 8th, Landon Treadway will bat 9th, and Matthew Thompson will round things out in batting 10th.
Good morning or afternoon. Save me a seat.
I did. Watch that hitchhiker there.
Get one of these already.
Nah.
Need one?
Nah, I'm good. Got the updated. So if I've looked at the schedule right, the winner of our game will go on to play Aruba in the next round.
Let's see, semi-7. Let's see. I'll go check it out.
it
It's
is.
still morning.
Yeah, okay. Feels like I've been up a day already. When you gonna try to get out of here?
Tomorrow.
In the morning, early. Hey, Frank. Diana.
It is Indiana team. Forgetting what the Whiteland, Indiana.
Is your camera on?
Yep.
Got a speck of rain between here and the hotel. You can see it on the road.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
There's a chance of some thunderstorms late tonight.
That's not how we get stuff with that.
No, hey, you got to play them somewhere along the line. Might as well go ahead and make good use of it first, right off the bat.
Maybe in the middle of the heat of the day. We visitors again. We home team today. Right?
Nope, we're the visitors. Yeah, this one is still based off of some fluky coin flip / random choice thing. And then the higher seed from here on out, I believe, is the one that.
Well, we'll still be.
What is that?
2 and 2.
Mel and Vernon, both of them had the same record. We get just
3 teams tied in that. Batting for the CBC All-Stars, Matthew Hartsfield. Hard hit to the pitcher. Pitcher can't control it. It goes to the shortstop. Safe on first. For those of you at home, we are playing by some interesting rules that they use here in the Midwest. You'll see maybe possibly a halfway line in between each baseline, other than on the first baseline. If you'll see a player's hands go up, it's that they're calling time. Because as soon as the infielder has control of the ball in the dirt infield, they can call time, and if the runner has not passed that white line, they have to go back to the previous base. Ball's hit to and caught by the first baseman, pop up by Braden Shores. That's 1 out for the CBC All-Stars. Matthew Hartsfield is on at first. Casey Chambers is now up to bat. Hard shot by Casey Chambers. Left fielder is not able to control the ball. In safely at second is Matthew Hartsfield. Safely on the first is Casey Chambers. Hard hit shot to the left fielder. Left fielder almost came up with an amazing catch. Ball gets by the left fielder. Matthew Hartsfield around third, coming home, being waved home. Gets there. Going to third is Casey Chambers. Ball goes to the pitcher. Pitcher calls timeout. In safely at second, Mr. Grayson Morris. Okay, some of you heard some comments there by Coach Wallace. It is known well that the catcher here for Whiteland, Indiana, is a bit of a chatterbox behind the plate. Just a typical thing to do, I guess, here in the Midwest. Hard to hit shot by Jackson Bunn, back up the middle. That's going to score two. Being waved around is Mr. Grayson Morris. Grayson Morris will score. Jackson Bunn hesitates, is tagged out at second. That's 2 out for the CBC All-Stars, but 3 runs have scored.
Yes. I tried to call you to tell you.
Hard hit shot by Brett Lipscomb, and just a little soft swing back up the middle. Brett Lipscomb safely at first. So 2 out for the CBC All-Stars. Brett Lipscomb with a shot back up the middle. Now up to bat, Mr. Zevin Wilkerson. Hard hit shot by Zevin Wilkinson. It's trouble for the left fielder. Gets past the left fielder. It's going to be waved around as Mr. Brett Lipscomb. Brett Lipscomb's going to come in to score the 4th run for the game. Oh, there's a good shot. Zevin Wilkinson's being waved home. He's going to be in with the home run. Zevin Wilkinson, and that's 5 runs for the CBC All-Stars at the top of the first. Way to get this first semifinal going. Well, it's safe to see that even the earlier start time than our previous games hasn't impacted our CBC All-Stars. They're awake, their bats are alive, and they're ready for a big day. This is what it's been all about. All the previous pool play was fun. Wins and losses didn't matter, but now here is where the rubber meets the road. If the way the bats have come alive are any indication, hopefully we've shaken off the jitters and the bugs from last night's game, also in the defensive field. For those of you at home, I'll go ahead and give you the defensive lineup here for the CBC All-Stars. Pitcher is Trey Wallace. Behind the plate is Matthew Thompson. At third is Kason Chambers. At shortstop is Grayson Morris. Second base, Matthew Hartsfield. First base, Jackson Bunn. Over in right field today, Mr. Zevin Wilkinson. In center field, Mr. Braden Shores. And in left field, Mr. Brett Lipscomb. Again, I want to show all you folks at home whether he can actually get on the field and play or not. Brady McCormack has been a very vital part to this team. As you see him warming up, our right fielder. What a great attitude there by he and Landon Treadway. Hard hit shot right back up to the pitcher, Trey Wallace. Grayson Morris comes up with the ball. Oh, close play at first. Jackson Bunn with a tough play there at first, wasn't able to come up with that ball. Hard hit shot past second base, grabbed by Zevin Wilkinson, throws it in hard. And he's caught at second base in the rundown. A great play by the CBC All-Stars. So one down for Whiteland, Indiana, excuse me. So there's one out for Whiteland, runner at first. Swing and a miss there by the number 2 for Whiteland. Hard hit shot to third, gets through the third baseman's legs to right field, to left field throws it in, calls time. Runners at second and first for Whiteland, Indiana, one out.
Gotta go back. Way to go.
That's where the strength of our CBC All-Stars comes into play. They adapt to the rules and they hold the runner at third. So runners at the corners for Whiteland, Indiana with 2 outs. This ball hits the shortstop. 1 run scores for Whiteland. So still 2 outs there for Whiteland. Runners at first and second. 1 run scored for Whiteland. Squeeze those 12. Squeeze them. Ball hit to the second baseman. Easy play. 3 outs for the CBC All-Stars. So the end of one, it's 5 CBC, 1 for Whiteland, Indiana. Leading off the next inning for the CBC All-Stars at the plate will be Trey Wallace, followed by Landon Treadway, and then followed up by Matthew Thompson. So yeah, I'll leave it open. Yep. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Thank you.
They're so great.
So leading off for the CBC All-Stars, number 1, Trey Wallace.
They're inside.
Oh no, I joke about it.
That's a pop-up, 1 out for Trey Wallace. It's on. Hard hit shot by Landon Treadway to the shortstop. Shortstop has trouble with the ball. Safe at first.
Come on, Matthew.
Good luck in finding a job.
Hard hit shot over the left field. That's going to be trouble. Gets down. Matthews safe at first. Good hit by Matthew Thompson there. Safe at second is Landon Treadway. Runners on first and second with one out. Back to the top of the order now, number 8, Matthew Hartsfield. Hit a hard shot at the first inning. Looks like a big rally is on the way for the CBC All-Stars. Oh, a hard hit shot to the shortstop. Shortstop bobbles the ball again. It's going to be a boot again. Bases are loaded. Matthew Hartsfield on first with another single. Hard hit shot down the first base line. That's going to be trouble. A lot of runs are going to score here. There's one running across for Landon Treadway. Matthew's being waved home. Rounding third, coming in, is going to be Matthew Hartsfield. Being waved around for third. For the home run, it's going to be Mr. Braden Shores. Another home run. Bases clearing, grand slam. Nope. Hey. No. For those of you at home, there's some discussion as to whether or not CBC batted out of order. Unfortunately, I guess there's just been a clerical error there in the books. That's all been resolved. But that's a 4-run shot by Braden Shores. Makes the score 9-1 CBC All-Stars. So with the bases empty, number 4, Cason Chambers comes up to bat. Oh, another hard shot. Shortstop comes up with the ball. And gets him at first. Good hustle play by Cason Chambers, just not quite able to beat out to throw to first base. Now back up to bat for the CBC All-Stars, Mr. Grayson Morris. And that's a pop-up for the third out by Mr. Grayson Morris. But 4 runs are plated for the CBC All-Stars. So at the end of at the end of the top of the second, score is 9-1 CBC All-Stars. Matthew, over there in that corner is the shade. Go stand over there where the umpire is. Take your helmet all the way off, buddy. Hey, stand right beside Blue, Matthew. There you go. It's interesting that as the game goes on, it seems as if the CBC team kind of just shakes things off, works real well together as a unit. It's hard to believe these boys have only been together for a couple of weeks, but they're playing together very, very well. It's easy to see here that the game is beginning to turn. You can see the momentum strongly on the CBC All-Stars side. Few fielding errors in the first inning resulted in that run being scored for Whiteland, Indiana. I'm sure these guys will get it together now. For those of you at home who aren't sure, the rule here for the 8 and under national championship, each batter gets a total of 6 pitches, with the exception of a foul ball as the last pitch. They can foul off as many as they need to. Caught by Landon Treadway, easily over to first, 1 down for Whiteland, Indiana. Great play here by the CBC All-Stars in the field.
Come on, AP, you got this, buddy.
So 1 down for Whiteland. Hard hit shot to left field, caught by Brett Lipscomb. 2 down. 2 down for Whiteland, Indiana. Pop up to the infield. Easy play for Landon Treadway. 3 up, 3 down for the Whiteland, Indiana team. So that's no runs at the end of the second, in this bottom of the second inning. So going into the top of the third, it is 9-1 CBC All-Stars. You folks back at home, I want to remind you that if at the completion of 4, there is a 10-run lead, the game is over. So I want to thank all you folks back home for all the kind words that you've been sending through your family members for the broadcast. Just glad that you guys are able to join us for the action and been able to see it. I know it's not easy to everybody to travel, so just glad that you're all at home enjoying this action outside of the 100-degree temperatures that are here in Mount Vernon, Illinois today. Have also been given a few requests as far as to keep the scores updated. We'll work to do that, as well as also allowing you to be able to see the sportsmanship that takes place at the end. We'll just remind everyone there is a little bit of a lag or a delay that goes on here. Not quite sure what that is back home. I know when we were back in Chesterfield, Virginia, it was about a 50-second delay. It could be longer than that now that we're a little bit further away. So just I appreciate you guys' patience and being able to kind of endure that, as well as many of the commercials that come through. Again, it's a free service for us, so I apologize for that, but we do the best with what we've got. So up to bat for the CBC All-Stars, Mr. Jackson Bunn. And that is in a gap. Oh, it's going to be an extra base hit for Jackson Bunn. Jackson Bunn's held at second. You may be able to hear Coach Wally telling the boys to not pay any attention. It appears, I guess, the catcher for Whiteland likes to talk a whole lot while the batter is in the batter's box. It's great to see, though, that all the chatter has no effect on our boys who are focused and ready to play today. Hard hit shot again to the shortstop. Shortstop's not able to come up with that ball. Jackson Bunn's going to be waving around third. He's going to score easily on the play. Good hit by Brett Lipscomb. Is held at second due to the rule of having to get past that halfway line. But hard hit. Zevin Wilkinson at bat now. Oh, it's going to be a tough catch. Oh, close but no cigar. Oh, another hard shot. Oh, that's going to be trouble down the left field line. It gets, oh, left fielder has trouble catching the ball. Brett Lipscomb in very easily. Zevin Wilkinson gets to third very easily on the play. So it's 2 runs in the top of the inning for the CBC All-Stars. Makes the score 11-1 CBC. Oh, a hard shot down the third base line. That's going to score another run for the CBC All-Stars. It's going to be extra base hit for Trey Wallace. Very easily into second. Makes the score 12-1 CBC, which means Whiteland will have to score some runs to keep this game going in the fourth. Oh, another hard shot right up the middle. Shortstop snags the ball very cleanly, throws over the first. The runner advances to third on the play. Now up to bat for the CBC All-Stars, number 12, Matthew Thompson. Another hard shot to third base. This third baseman will not throw out the runner at first. Runner at first safe. Trey Wallace scores on the run. I know I'm just a little biased, but those are some wheels headed down that line. Now back up to the top of the order, Mr. Matthew Hartsfield. Oh, it's a shot over to right field, but foul. Another hard shot. Third baseman misses the ball. Going to second. Matthews rounding second. Headed to third. Is held up. Goes back to second. Safe at second. Safe at first. So now up to bat for the CBC All-Stars, Mr. Braden Shores. Oh, a shot to center field. Center fielder catches the ball. Second baseman tags. Runners advance on the throw, second and third, with 2 outs. Great at bat by Braden Shores to move the runners along. CBC All-Stars have 2 outs, runners at second and third, with Mr. Cason Chambers at bat. Cason's had a very strong and a very hot bat all tournament. And a good catch by the catcher. So CBC All-Stars plate 4 runs again that inning. So it takes us to a score of 13-1 headed into the bottom of the third. Oh yeah, that was when he got there and runs back. He's having a good turn. Oh yeah, that looks like he's sweet. Well, the CBC All-Stars have come to play this game. Currently lead Whiteland, Indiana, 13-1. Yeah.
Honestly, he got to it yesterday too, and added.
No, because even still this morning, you know, some routine plays that they would normally make. It's just, they're back in focus now. That's good. Hard hit shot to the shortstop. Grayson Morris comes up with the ball out at first. Great play by Grayson Morris and Jackson Bunn on that play. So 1 down for the Indiana team. Shot back to the pitcher. Pitcher fields clearly over to Jackson Bunn. 2 outs.
Hey, 1-3. Hey, Blake. Hands to the ball, right? Blake. Hey, hands to the ball. It's got to find grass. Infield hits aren't getting it.
CBC looking for another 1-2-3 inning here. Oh, a hard shot up the middle of the field. Very easily fielded by Mr. Braden Shores. Thrown in, runners at first. Nothing hurt there for the CBC All-Stars. First base runner in 2 innings. Number 2, the catcher, is up to bat for Whiteland, Indiana. This catcher loves to chatter behind the plate. Let's see if he can let his bat do some talking this time. Oh, a hard hit into the gap there. It's going to be trouble. That's going to score a run easily for Whiteland, Indiana. So 1 run scores for Whiteland, Indiana. Makes the score 13-2. So 2 out with that big hard hit shot by the catcher. CBC catcher's working hard. Looking to equal his competitor there at second base with a catch of a pop-up. All right, infield single there for Whiteland, Indiana, puts runners at the corners. Two outs for the Indiana team, and this run on third is an important run to them. Hey, Matthew, take that cooling towel off. It's about ready to fall off. Hand it to Blue. That was another run scored for Whiteland, Indiana. Runners at first and second. Ball hit the second base, cleanly grabbed for the third out there. So CBC All-Stars. 13-3.
13-3 over here.
CBC, yeah. So the CBC All-Stars lead at the end of 3, 13-3. Held that all-important run at second base. CBC comes out and scores 5 runs this inning. And Whiteland is at best they can do. The game will be over even with 5 runs. So it'll be a 10-run game at the end of 4. So leading off for the CBC All-Stars in the top of the 4th will be Mr. Grayson Morris, followed by Jackson Bunn, followed by Brett Lipscomb.
Oh, this is cheese. You want this?
No, it's okay.
Who's winning, sir?
CBC 13-3.
That's good. And they lost a heartbreaker last night.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, gave away a heartbreaker. Yep.
Gave away. When that happened to us against Rue when we went at 7-1. Devil scored another run from the 4th and 9. Let them beat us 8-7.
Did you guys play in High Point last weekend?
Yes.
So y'all played our other CBC team.
Yes. Y'all beat us 7-6.
Yeah.
They got a good little team here. Good team.
Yeah, we scrimmaged a few times. Yeah.
With the other team.
Yeah, with the other CBC team.
Y'all beat them?
Never even a close game.
Wow. What inning is it?
Top of the 4th. Pop up by Grayson Morris, caught by the first baseman. 1 out for the CBC All-Stars. Now coming up to the bat for the CBC All-Stars, Mr. Jackson Bunn. Oh, a hard shot over to the third base. Third baseman's going to have to make a great throw to beat Jackson. Jackson's safe at first. So now batting for the CBC All-Stars, Brett Lipscomb. Hard hit shot, pitcher's not able to field the ball, shortstop bobbles the ball, gets the force out at second. For the second out, Brett Lipscomb safe at first. Hard hit shot. Oh, that's going to be trouble. That's all the way down the third base line. Zevin Wilkerson. It's going to be waved home as Brett Lipscomb. Brett Lipscomb's coming around, coming home. He's going to be safe at home. And in at third with a triple is Mr. Zevin Wilkinson. So now batting for the CBC All-Stars, Trey Wallace. Oh, that's a shot to the shortstop. Shortstop's not able to make the diving catch. Zevin Wilkerson comes home to score. So 2 outs for the CBC All-Stars, Landon Treadway up to bat. Hard hit shot back up the middle. Shortstop's not able to come up with the ball. Trey Wallace says the ball is bobbled. Trey Wallace will get to third safely. And going to second is Landon Treadway on a heads-up base running. So runners at second and third for Matthew Thompson as he comes up to bat.
What's the score of this game? Anybody know? What inning?
Top of the fourth. As you can hear, the Whiteland team has to talk in order to try to get any advantage there. Hard hit shot back to the pitcher. Pitcher grabs the ball, fields it cleanly, gets the runner out at first. So it's 3 outs for CBC, but 2 runs were scored, which now makes our score 15-3. Whiteland, Indiana must score a minimum of 3 runs to continue the game.
Can you just get another one of those? Do the rivet.
Yeah.
Well, we've got another one.
Yeah, hopefully he's got a backup there over there. So at the end of 3.5, the score is 15 for the CBC All-Stars, 3 for the Whiteland, Indiana team. And that's a shot past the third baseman. It's safely at first, Whiteland, Indiana. So runner at first for Whiteland, Indiana. Again, reminder, Indiana must score 3 runs this inning in order to keep the game going. Hard hit shot. Gets the runner at first. 1 out. 2 outs away from ending this game. Fielded. So 2 outs for Whiteland, Indiana. Runner on third. Whiteland needs a big rally here in order to keep the game going. Ball's popped up. Jackson Bunn's clearly under it and not able to bring that catch in. And Landon Treadaway secures the third out, which concludes the game for the CBC All-Stars. CBC All-Stars win their semifinal game by a score of 15-3. Great show of sportsmanship here as the teams shake hands. Both teams still continue to play today. The Whiteland team moves on to the consolation bracket. CBC All-Stars move forward to the championship bracket. It's now a winner takes all. Hang tight, folks. I'm going to go find out when the time of our next game will be, and I'll let you know here just very shortly. Keep this broadcast feed open. Okay, folks, so we will play at 3:30 Central Time. It will be 4:30 Eastern Time. We'll be on Field 3. So join us again, 4:30 Eastern Time, as we will take on the team from Aruba, who have won all of their games so far through the tournament. Looks to be a good, solid game like we had last night. It's going to be very competitive, so you will not want to miss that game. So we'll see you at 4:30 from Field 3 here at the Little League World Series. Well, not the Little League World Series, but the Pony World Series for 8 and under. Look forward to seeing you then. Bye.